All right, I'm back with yet again two more time saver tips for calculating, inputting your data. So the last video I showed you how to calculate percentages using Google Sheets. Google Sheets calculated all of these percentages for me in a matter of seconds. You'll notice the difference between these percentages here, the number of decimal places, and these percentages here. And I simply changed that by selecting all of the cells that I wanted. You can click and drag, you can push and hold shift. But then up here, I can decrease the number of decimal places, or I could increase the number of decimal places. But let's say I just wanted the straight decimal, I could simply choose to do that. Okay, so tip number one, let's say that I want to find the overall average of the percentage correct for this pretest. In order to do that, I simply select the cell, top cell, and again, I can click and drag, or I can push and hold shift. And then you'll notice down here, the bottom right corner of your screen automatically tells you, look, here's the average. Or if you wanted to know the sum, the minimum, the maximum, how many students have data input. So 68%. I could choose to simply type that in myself. Let's say that I wanted it right here. Or a second way to do this is to select the cell that you wanted the percentage to appear in. Once I have the cell selected, I can then go up to top right hand corner and I can say, okay, I want to find the average. And then it's asking me, well, of what cells would you like the average? So I'm going to click on this first cell here, and I'm going to drag this all the way up to the top cell that I want included in the set of data. That's Larry. And now you can see here, I'm going to find the average of cells E4 through E14. That average is 68. I simply hit enter or return, and the average appears there for me. I can do the same thing on any of the columns that I have here. Here's the second tip. Let's say that I want to color code this percentage change column so I could easily see who grew a certain percentage versus other students who may not have grown as much or potentially went down. So what I'm going to do is called conditional formatting. I'm going to highlight the column that I want to conditionally format. Click and drag here. Here's the column I want to work with. I'm going to go up to the Format tab here and click, and then you'll see conditional formatting. Now, off to the side, you'll see that right away it wants to apply some rules to it. So it's saying, here's the range I'm working with. That's this set of data. Now, I don't like this rule. Instead, I want to say that if a student's percentage is greater than a certain number. So let's say if the percentage is greater than 20%, if that student has a percentage greater than 20%, let's get the percentage there, I would like that cell to be green. Okay, I can say I'm done with that rule, but now I want to add a new one. If their data is between, let's say, 19% and 10%, I would like their cell to be yellow. And I'm going to click done and add one more rule. And this time I want to say if their percentage is less than 10%, I would like their cell to be red. And now I can click done. And I can exit out here. And now you can see what I've been left with is a really nice color-coded shot of the students who grew X amount of percentages in a positive manner. They grew very slightly, there's my yellow, or they grew very little, or they went down. Nice quick glance of that data with that tip there.